gonna rock like when he came in. Now I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. That nigga HAMP came out early, right out the gate. I know. This one here is for those big time things that took place out there in Coney. Jobs, Brownsville. Oh, now we know that living out here in these streets in Brooklyn, you know, you got famous places and things where they go out and chill and eat, relax, and talk business. Yeah, Coney Island Joe's was one of them. Biggest motherfucking place in the place to be when it deals with those type of situations. And I just want to say, you know, I was happy to be around at that time, man. You know what I'm saying? Peace and love. Hit that subscribe, comment, and, you know, all the rest of the good stuff they want you to do. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. That's what they want you to do. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. I'm doing good, man. I ain't see you in a while, man. I'm happy to see that you're still here. I miss you at the gas station. I'm happy to. So, you know, big time gangsters walk through there, man. And the murders was horrific at Coney Island Joe's. You know what I'm saying? It was horrific. First and foremost, it's dealing right there. I'm doing good, brother. I'm glad you're still here. You know? So, let's turn that off real quick. All right. See how that turned off? Yeah. What's his name? Ain't got that. Hit that L button. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Subscribe, like, comment, and share, man. All right? You know where this came from. Huh? You know where this came from. Came from right off my man's back. Yeah, but Coney Island Joe's was real, man. You had to be there and understand and know what was going on. Now, I know I'm going to have a lot of people trying to do this, but let me tell you one thing, man. I'm the original that did this, man. I'm the original that put this together. You know what I'm saying? I know what you think. How did all this took place at that place? Well, Coney Island Joe's was a great place to go eat. Right across the street from the projects where I stayed at, the little recreation center across the street, and you have to cross that dangerous boulevard to go get something to eat. Now, I don't want you to be yelling out no crazy thing when I get ready to tell you that all the food was good, down to the hamburgers to the hot dogs. I'm telling you, Coney Island Joe's, I don't know if he took the Nathan's Franks or just took regular Franks, beef Franks, and made them his own taste. And I'm telling you, man, you couldn't stay out of that place. You couldn't stay out of it. First and foremost, it was cheap. 75-cent hot dogs, $1 hamburgers with everything on them. And not to tell you about the wedges. He didn't have French fries, he had wedges. So you would not starve messing with Coney Island Joe's. He ain't give you no little French fries like McDonald's and Burger King. He gave you wedges that was about this thick, that long. It was about that thick. I mean, and he piled them. You know, let me get a side order. Wedges. What he do? That's what he did. Pile it up on him, kid. It makes it like, yo, you gonna eat all this. You got no choice. You got no choice but to eat. Or you gonna go home starving. I'm pretty sure you don't wanna do that. Because some people was not fortunate to have some sort of family income. Coney Island Joe's was the feeding the peoples, man. And the murders that took place around there in the early late 80s and stuff, man. Early late 90s, maybe even going into the 2000s. I think he closed down not too long ago. like a few years back, he closed down. Just through the fact that too many gangsters was going through there. There's too many gangsters. I'm talking about we had a lot of gangsters. You talking about whatever gangsters you want to call it. The brown gangsters, the blue gangsters, the orange gangsters, the green gangsters. They had the gray gangsters. They even had black gangsters. They even had red gangsters. They even had yellow gangsters. You understand what I'm saying to you? Name a color. They had the white gangsters. All the gangsters used to come straight there to Coney Island Joe's and just used to sit there and talk their business. I was the errand. I used to run errands for Joe's. I used to help him clean up the shows and all that, the shop. You know, I mean, that was my thing. You know, feed my family, go in there, clean up, because he had the arcade there too. He had the arcade. That man was the great man. Coney Island Joe's, Brooklyn owned, Brownsville owned. Now they had a few of them, but it ain't one nothing like the one in Brownsville, Brooklyn, across the Linden Boulevard. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't know because you don't live out here. You don't know anything going on. I'm just here to tell you, man, that Coney Island Joe's was the place to be. And the murders was heavy in atrocity. You know, when we talk about the murders, the Coney Island Joe's murders, man, all I can say is it was horrific. It was somewhat how they work. Some people had to be extracted. Some people had to get subtracted. That's how it went in them diners. Then they made another one, Linden Diner. We didn't talk about that. That's a different story pertaining to the Linden Boulevard Diner over there. You know what I'm saying? That's dealing with them dudes. But when I was out there, it was nothing but money. That's why we named everything Hood Hamptons, because it was about being around people who was doing their thing to be Hampton. You know what I'm saying? They had to be around everything to be a Hamptons, because we couldn't go to the Hamptons back then. That's why I'm the original Hood Hamptons. There's been a few niggas trying to run up on me and take my name, but they ain't got no stamina. You understand what I'm saying? They ain't got no stamina to try to run down on this. You know what I mean? I run this shit. I run this Hood Hamptons situation, man. I want to big up to my few peoples that's out there that's holding me down. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate the sound, appreciate everything. You know? We out here. It's lit. So when you was there, you had to been there to know about it, man. Coney Island Joe's. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn's own. Brownsville own. You had to be there and understand how it was. Oh, I'm looking fly today. You know, I got my, one of the shirts. I got one of the shirts, baby. I got one of the shirts. Came right off the man's back again. But that's another story. This story here is just dealing with Coney Island Joe's. Murders. Assuming bodies that the police didn't know how to count. They were just running around finding bodies of everything. I'm sorry that people was out there like that, but they had to be, man. So people was doing the things they was doing, and that's what took place, man. Sometimes there ain't no honor in this type of game. It's a little bit. Even if you playing straight, they still clip you, man. Even if you playing fair, they still clip you. They just want your situation, man. It's sad. You know what I mean? It's very, very sad. So this is a part 5 series dealing with, the Coney Island, Brooklyn stories. There's a lot of people doing Brooklyn stories, but they ain't doing it like us. We ain't saying that. We ain't calling out no. We just know that you know what's going on. That's it. Because murder still got statute of limitations, man. Still statute of limitations. I don't trust it. So what we do, we work around it. And tell you the stories when I was there. Now, you could think I'm lying. You could think I'm telling the story. That's what it is. You could say he wasn't out there. You could lie all day long. I'm going to tell you that I was out there. You know what I'm saying? I was hustling. I seen it. You know what I'm saying? What I said I seen was how money was moving. I ain't seen no murders. We just knew that they was over there when we used to come outside and see the police. And they'd be like, oh, snap. Somebody got taken down out here. Word? Oh, snap. Sheets all over the place. Coney Allen Joe's murders, man. They tried to extort Coney Allen Joe's. Couldn't do it. The man had too much powerful Italian connections. And you can't imagine how many connections he had. He had a lot. You know what I'm saying? He had enough to get those little black boys. He had enough of those little black boys. He had enough for those little black boys to get jobs. Yeah, he did. I was one of them. Gave me a job. Yeah, he did. I was chilling. I was going home with all sorts of wedges and food for the family. I was putting the flyers on the boulevard. I had to walk to the end of the boulevard with flyers and walk back to Coney Allen Jones. At that time, money was money. At that time, money was money. Coney Allen Jones used to give us $20, $30 for little niggas. Right? Then as we got older, he gave us more money just to wash the building, take care of the garbage, because people still live. I'm saying, just live across the street. Brownsville was right here, the center was right here, Coney Allen Jones was in front of the recreation center. All we did was go play basketball, the arcade, man, Brownsville Recreation Center, man, BRC. Still got everything in there. I went there the other day. They still got the swimming pool. Jocko, rest in peace, man. Greg Jackson, he used to play for the Washington Bullets. You know what I'm saying? He built that place, man. He built it up to the T. And when he built it up, it's still up. He left a legacy. He left beneficial knowledge for people. I saw somebody taking pictures. I'm trying to find out who was that. Somebody over there taking pictures or something, man. I told you this is Coney Allen Joe's. This stuff is real. You got people taking pictures and all that. I want to find out what's going on. What are you taking pictures of? You know I'm in a new spot. You know I'm in a new spot, baby. How you taking pictures over here? Yeah, that's that Coney Allen Joe's effect. Start talking about Coney Allen Joe. Ex-mobsters TV programs will start coming outside, man. They want to know what the hell is I'm talking about. How this story come up out of all these years? Well, nobody wasn't thinking like this. They wasn't thinking like the HAMP. HAMP said, y'all gonna do this for Brownsville. We got a 5-part series, a couple of series to it. It's gonna be everything about Brownsville. Because these dudes got Brownsville series out there, and it ain't, it's all right. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? You can go check them out yourselves and find out that it's all about the caliber. I got a different caliber to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Go get it. I got a different caliber than this shit. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna try to walk around to some places and try to talk to people. But that's only if people like to talk, because they still involved. And I ain't going out there to get in no trouble to try to give you some views or give me some views to see what goes on. I ain't no hood reporter, man. I'm just doing a little thing of documentary of what I was going through in the Brownsville section of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? The Brownsville section of Brooklyn. And that was a tough area. If you lived out here, you should know. Ain't no love out here. The only love you will get is for yourself. You gotta love yourself out here. You gotta love you and your dogs. You from Brownsville, you gotta have pit bulls. I gotta chew out. So, you gotta be dog lovers out here. That's one thing I know about Brownsville when I lived out there. They're animal lovers. A lot of situations went down with them doing their thing. Cause we're gonna talk about those too. Those Mike Vitt pits. Yeah, we call it the Mike Vitt pits. You know what I'm saying? The Mike Vitt pits. So be ready for that story coming soon for Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? Cause this is a journey that I'm letting you into. Normally we'll be doing our thing. Now we got to give you some information through time. Cause we can rapidly rap all day. We know that's easy. HAMP keep the book right here. He keeps the book right here. Okay? So it ain't like nothing ain't written down for you. Right now, you just gotta understand we got a diversity. We gotta have a diversible plan. See, I'm dealing with my constituents here. They talk to me. And not only that, it's a team. It's a very handful select team, the elites. I'm talking about the ones that's here physically. Those who I talk to over the world, over this contraption, those are families too. But this is more, you all right? Everything good? This is more intricate, I should say. Give me a glass of water or something. About some water. This is intricate on dealing with how to perceive some information to you. Because I don't want to give you, oh, this, oh, that, regurgitate, oh, that. No, I want to give it to you how we always do. We just build and it pop up. But this story was presented because I kept coming over here for a while and I kept understanding. Like, yo, is this thing still open over there? It's still a landmark. It's still standing. Coney Island Joe's is still standing with a gate around it. The rats I don't even think the rats is over there. I think it's just nothing. Just still the way you see it on the thumbnail, that's exactly how it looks. That goes to let you know that man, Coney Island Joe's, ain't letting up. Now, I'm surprised at his kids. I'm surprised. I'm surprised why they didn't. And that's Joe's and them people's fault. Because if he would have brought his peoples around the peoples, they wouldn't have been the way they are today. Now, we don't know if the city got a hold on it. We don't know if the other peoples got a hold on it. Because sometimes them Jewish people will be holding buildings and won't do nothing with them. But I guarantee you 1, 2, 3 to 1,000%. And this is going to be, you can take it. I don't care. I'm going to tell you. Watch they change this stuff after today's talk. They have those buildings up for a long time. I've watched a couple of buildings that the Jewish communities be owning. They don't do nothing with them. Nothing. Mainly because they don't probably have people to get to work, but they normally have the people to get to work. They got the Issachar family from the 12 tribes of Israel. They got the Issachar family. They got the Issachar family from the 12 tribes of Judah. From the 12 tribes of Judah, they got the Issachar peoples that'll get down and go get that work done. But maybe they slick. They say if we build it, it'll consider to be more taxes on it. Because it'll be what we have to name it for it to be. But if we just leave it and buy the property, it won't be that much property tax on it because it ain't nothing there. It's just a building that we paying space for. And I said to myself, I said, what the hell they be doing? Until one night, me and Nippy walking the street, just walking, minding our business. And I came across a night before their Sabbath. See, they practice the Sabbath like we practice the Sabbath. You understand what I'm saying? You're supposed to pick any seventh day. You can. But where we came from, it was Sunday through Friday. For where I came from. Saturday was just like it was supposed to be. You get everything done, and you sit down. When the night falls, that's when everything is a feast. You move around, play, touch things, do things. You know, we ain't do what they did. We just did what our peoples did on the Sabbath. You understand? Not too much of that crazy stuff that y'all see today from all these Israelites and Hebrew Israelites. It wasn't all that type of people dealing with the Sabbath. My family grew up different. We was very, very wise and intelligent. You understand? My family was very wise and intelligent. We came from wherever we came from, the South, some came from the North, and we came back to the North. And now next thing you know, we knew. So anyway, we saw those buildings be having the money in it, man. Them abandoned buildings be having the money in it. You just gotta look where they got high, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. I said, what the hell? Me and Zip walking. I said, why did those people's coming out the building like that? And I came to realize they not looking around taking no pictures, doing no construction work. Now, they building media centers. Next door to my house, one of the Jewish community peoples are building a media center. Now, of course, I'm gonna be over there. Absolutely. Free course. Why not? You live right next door. Hey, I got a question for you. Soapbox Bully, peace, family. Yeah, I'm not home. Yeah, I'm still in the trenches. Yeah, that's why I didn't answer y'all in a few days, because I had to, I'm human. First person to tell you that. You got to be human in this world. If you ain't got no soul, no heart, then you can get ahead and be whoever you want to be. But for the real people, we human. So I'm human. I had to press the reset button. After I did those lives, I pressed the reset button. I had some pain, uncommon pain, like physical pain. I ain't never felt this pain. I felt it before, but that was in jail. And then it was in the shelter. Then I felt it previously living here in the street when I got out the shelter, living in this little beautiful mansion I live at. And then it occurred to me again. So I had to go talk to my people. Not no rectum problems, none of that stuff that we got to go check out. No prostate problems, none of that stuff. So all y'all guys that need to get those things checked out, go check them out. But I know me, I didn't have none of those because I don't really entwine certain things that build them things up. Like your pancreas build up, that messes with your flow for the urination and things like that. So we gotta take care of ourselves. So go try to check yourself out. So I went to go check myself out. Right? And then I took care of myself. Because I used to be an EMT, emergency medical technician. I used to be an emergency technician. And one thing my teacher, Mr. Sealy, taught us before he died was that you have to know how to take care of yourself. Yo, what you doing, man? Get over here. Ain't nobody but the kids. They're going to school. Everybody moving around. Yeah, he gets excited. He in the big area. You can hear he's more loud. Come on, buddy. So I went to check myself out. Not only that, we Now we back. We feeling good. We back. We feeling good. It was a little minor injury from an old war wound. You know what I'm saying? But I used to carry some of my soldiers across the rivers. You understand? I put a lot of weight on my back. Like I got y'all niggas right now. 695 subscribers, or 700 subscribers. Y'all on my back. I think about y'all. I don't be running around this motherfucking YouTube shit playing around unless we having fun. Now, we got some internal beef. We gonna take care of it. In external beef, we gonna take care of it. But that's how far it should stay. It should stay right where it needs to be. At the end of the day, man, you're supposed to tell these people this is for entertainment purposes only. Let me get my disclaimers in after almost 30 minutes into the show. We 26 minutes into the show. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. This is only for entertainment purposes only. I do paintings. I do paintings. You understand? And not only that, I'm not really here right now. It's my imagination that's here. I'm right here on this planet, that green planet. I'm over there. I don't know where I'm at. I know I'm here saying about Coney Island Joe's. You worry about those flows, though. Don't worry about the flows. We got a few right here. Here's how to order the love of the over the border. Here's how to order the love of life over the border. Call HAMP to bring them water. Huh? I use all of my hood life gold resources. Came out the goddamn garage with gold Porsches. The bars is, we don't worry about that. Huh? I use all of my hood life resources. Came out the garage in those different gold Porsches. Huh? Others, just call HAMP. 555 HAMP. Call HAMP is the name of the next album. Next playlist when we fix it up, when we get home. We got a whole new line of work. Believe in HAMP. It's the next line of work, man. And the first single off that is called HAMP. 555 HAMP. So we got that next playlist as soon as I'm not at home. I got a contraption. I ain't at the main office right now dealing with what I'm dealing with. Put the playlist together. But just know that we got it. Believe in HAMP. We had HAMP we trust. You know what I'm saying? We dealing with we're only gonna try to see how many syllables we can get. Okay? In HAMP we trust. Right? That's a 4-bar syllable. Believe in HAMP. That's the next line of work we do. Okay? So we got that work coming out next. Of course, you know we're gonna do the beats. Soapbox Willie got the beats. He's working on a couple of beats for that Believe in HAMP. You know what I'm saying? I had gave y'all the HAMP visiting. It's part of that. It's part of the Believe in HAMP. So got the HAMP, Believe in HAMP, HAMP visiting, and call HAMP. 555 HAMP. So Willie got the beats lined up for y'all. He's in the building now. Y'all can rush him all y'all want to. Y'all can say, yo, please hurry up, get him the beat so we can hear what the fuck he gotta say, because I told you. Here's how to order. The love of life over the border. Call HAMP, bring them the water. I use all of my hood life resources. Came out the goddamn garage with a gold to black Porsches. Either way you want it. I'm still big boss, kid. You know what I'm saying? So that's how we doing it, man. Huh? Yeah. I was hurt, man. I was messed up. But I still was writing though. I still was getting it in. And I was walking my dog. I still feel a little more pain. It's an old war wound. I used to carry my soldiers across the rivers. You know what I'm saying? Because I was getting my peoples out of Nam. See, when I went to Nam, I was getting my peoples out of Nam. I told my people we didn't belong here. Them China folks love us. Them China folks, them slanted eye folks, Them Oriental folks, they love us, man. Them chinks, they love us. They love us. They're not fighters. They love us. Oh, yes, they are. Well, anyway, when I was carrying my soldiers from across the river, you know, it was an old injury. I used to carry 5 a day. Niggas that was over 200 pounds, I was carrying them so they come home for their families. I was bringing them on my back, shoulders. I was walking across the high winds and waters, bringing them home. That's why I got the glow. That's why I'm in the flow right now. Because I got the soldier's heart. I'm ready for war at all times. I sleep 4 hours a day. I know how to take my naps. I'm just Navy SEALs. I sleep underwater, nigga. How the fuck you sleep underwater? It ain't no real dreams under there, nigga. You ain't getting no comfortable under no blanket. You got water. I'm sleeping underwater, kid. Huh? What, you know, you ain't got no gills. Don't be stupid. I know what I'm wearing. I'm Navy SEAL. I got the war gear on. I got the war gear on. But you're sleeping underwater, man. It ain't that much dreams. First and foremost, your mind got to be psyched out knowing that you're sleeping underwater, nigga. You got to think about that. That's them Navy SEALs put us through a lot of work, man. You ain't had 600 towels, 600 thread count. You was scared off a 300. Put you in a chair, tie your arms and tilt you back and slap water in your face. I told them niggas get 600s, man. You need 600s for me. 300s don't work. Them Coney Island Joes, though, man. You almost made me get ahead and go that way, but I'm saying, though, those murders. See, I blame Coney Island Joe kids, man. They was not ticking the place up. Maybe they got too underhanded. Then, like I said, the Jews. Then I said that they buy it and then they don't put it up for the money that they know that it be rent taxable. They'll leave it dirty. And then when I said me and Nip walked around, we done turned into some people's coming out of them old type of buildings. And I said to myself, what is you doing in there? Jew community. What is you doing in there? Now, I'm not going to say you was doing something illicit. I can't say that. Not to the Jewish community. Nah, I just said something is in there, and I believe, for what I've seen, and for what others have explained to me, right? But I ain't got time to be doing all that. We don't got time to be doing it, but we know that those builders be having the bread. Those builders be having the bread, son. For real. They be having the bread. And they building a media center right next door to my crib. So you automatically know that I'm saying to myself, they just want to do something because they got too much time on their hands. So I'm going to help them with their time by telling them they got to pay for my time just to be on their time. That's how I'm going to work them out because they working everything else out. Listen, your time, I'm coming here. You're going to pay me for being on your time. We're going to all go do this the right way. I need to know how to do this. Last night, we found some things to do. I hope y'all like the community board. Go check it out, man. HAMP was up all night doing his thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Getting through that pain. That pain is real. That pain bring out the diamond in you, man. Word up, that shit brought the diamond out in me because it wasn't that excruciating. I think people who get certain excruciating pains are because their heart is different. My heart ain't in no hating format no more. It's in a like it's supposed to be. I don't agree with certain things. Sooner or later we can agree. Sort of like that dislike button and that like button, right? Cool. So now, I think if you get out of that stage of whatever stress, the pain would just be pain by itself. But if you have all these type of confusions going on, and you moving inadequate, then the pain stays a little longer. But then it make a permanent stain on you to make you have a deformity. You know what I'm saying? So try to work on things like that. When HAMP was in that pain, all I was thinking about was the Most High, the ancestors, and the universe. Asking the Most High, the ancestors, and the universe to bring something out of us. So unfortunately, we still fighting with our systems over here because the systems is not real heavy. They're not real compatible. They just what we got right now. I got something lined up, which is the beats from Sofa. We're gonna try to run that on the next live. Okay. Other one is Hassan Campbell Life Stories TV. We just gonna be who we be. But today was just the murders for Coney Allen Jones. You know, the flybys that came through the John that made it real beautiful, man. Like I said, you know, we used to go work there. We used to get paid. It was very, very good food there, man. You know, I'm trying to remember some of the workers. It's very hard because, you know, it was always an in and out thing. It was a lot of kids, man. Coney Island Jones dealt with a lot of Brownsville people, man. Especially Brownsville section of Brooklyn where we came from. You know what I'm saying? You know who Drew Ali Plaza. That section alone and some of the areas where we knew kids that, but we talking about our projects, it was only 5 buildings. But those 5 buildings made it their way to be at the BRC and be at Coney Island Joe's. But only the real head news, like my peoples, you know, we knew what we was doing over there. Every morning, help Joe wash the windows, clean the, they had real utensils, kid. Real utensils. When you finish with them, you put it in a motherfucking container and we wash it with the liquid. And those was the main thing that Joe's was concerned about. Cause I guarantee you one thing for sure, 2 things for certain. Nobody in Coney Island Joe's got sick. You might have had shits from eating all the good food, but you never got sick before the pandemic shit, man. You know what I mean? Joe made sure that he kept those utensils clean, man. That's why it was so early. And everything else was finger food after a while, because he had the truckers come eat. The train people used to come eat. You know what I'm saying? And he gave them proper utensils. He used to tell us, yo, this is for the peoples, this is for y'all, for us, the community. And he knew how many people came in, because a lot of people, you know. Then he started to get like little sticks to where people could spread their sauerkraut, their red onions and all that good stuff. But he kept the utensils for the morning and breakfast, mainly for them grits and eggs. You know, he had the best grits. You know what I'm saying? He had the best grits. How I know? I used to work for Coney Island Joe's, Brownsville, Brooklyn on. You know what I'm saying? Not too many Brownsvillians came from down, only the gangsters. Now, when I say Brownsville owned, yes, the whole Brownsville came in separately. It wasn't packed like McDonald's. It wasn't like that. You had to be really, really from the area to go to Joe's. And you had to get your shit and get up out of it, because we was the wolves over there. We were the last project before they get to the 90s to see the Rastafarians and all that. Past Brookdale Hospital. Once we got past Brookdale Hospital, you ain't in Brownsville no more. Now, you start messing with these Rastafarians now. We ain't played this far. That this was a little too thick. This is where Jimmy and his peoples are from, over here in this top side of the section, the Flatbush area. You know what I'm saying? All the Caribbean start getting a little thick. Trinidadians, then more Haitians, more Jamaicans, Barbadians, St. Lucians. There'd be a whole bunch of them right here in the midsection of Crown Heights. It pushes now to Crown Heights and Flatbush. You know, certain areas will give you Crown Heights. But that highway over here will cut you to put you in a okay, you on Flatbush, East Flatbush. Then the next Flatbush will be the real Flatbush. You know, the Flatbush zombies. You know what I'm saying? That shit is real. Flatbush zombies, they're not no joke. They're not no joke. You know, and then you got the Zoes and all the rest of the crews out there, you know. So it's a very, very touchy thing. I haven't really seen except the stores. And this is where it comes to confusion now. And I'm trying to tell the peoples, like, yo, we got to try to eliminate this situation. Because this situation is getting, it's a thick community of so many of us. But yet, when we go to this damn supermarket store here, it's a Dominican. It's a Dominican, it's an Arab. And I figured it out. I said, okay, the Jewish community is doing exactly like they're supposed to be doing what the government told them to do. By saying no black man should have too much power of ownership. So we got to fight our way into some sort of ownership so that we can have the money in our community stay in it longer than 6 motherfucking hours. Because all these communities, money stay in the community of them 14 to 20 some hours. It turns around, it run around, everybody eat. But our money don't stay no longer than 6 hours. It's terrible. That's why we in small strife. But we almost out. Only ones that's gonna get out of it is those who got the mind and the elevation to make a move. To pull up a bootstrap for another person that's mindset to have their bootstrap pulled up. You understand? Because this whole thing is less is really, really more. And more is really, really less. So we got to really try to work out those analogies. You understand? So we got to fix those, man. And the best thing I can say is just keep the stuff clean and stay without buying unless it's necessary to buy. You understand? Just keep it clean. It might fade out. So what? It might look completely worn, but it still look good. Continue. Or do like I'm about to do in a few more weeks. I'm doing what the Jewish people community doing. I already started out with a black shirt. Wait till I get the black slacks, white socks, and fucking Clarks. And I'm gonna find that hat. I'm gonna find a fedora, I'm gonna find one. I'm telling you, I am out. What I'm wearing is gonna be what we wear. We ain't buying nothing. I ain't buying nothing. I don't even buy them anyway. These are just some clothes I had from the shelter and I'm still wearing. Yeah, this shirt came from the shelter back in the days. Yeah. So I'm gonna dress like that. You know what I mean? I'm gonna start thinking better, man. Because I'm tired of being in the box with y'all guys just to buy the next line of product that don't care nothing about you. I'd rather go to the wholesale spot and do my thing. Get a couple of them goddamn shirts and watch what happens. Watch what HAMP do. Watch. We telling you because we love. But we ain't telling you all what we gonna do. We just said, watch what we gonna do. We ain't say, well, this is the plan, guys. I'm gonna do this for that and the third, so you can try to throw a football wrench, not a wrench. I gotta keep an eye. But this time, yeah, less is more, man. More is less. You know what I'm saying? And you guys hang in there. We're about to come back through. We're gonna finish up touch-ups with the call HAMP, because that's what we're working on right now. But yeah, we're gonna give you this 3-part to a 5-part series, hopefully, about the Coney Island Joes and other situations that come to our situation. Because, you know, the Godfather get this shit lined up. And we'll take a look at it. And I got to remember an experience about it. See, all the shit I put together is an experiment. Not an experiment, an experience. I got to put an experience behind, like, was I there? Can I remember an area or something that can make me say, yo, this is something to talk about? Because we did good with the Coney Island Joe situation. And that was in the pain process. I'm building with my peoples while I'm in pain, son. Sage. I found the new line of work of carbonated drink. You know my bids. I found the carbonated drink, man. It's called Winterstern, right? The Germany situation. They got it out here. I don't know how they made it from Germany to Brooklyn, New York. I don't know that situation. I don't know. See what I'm saying about the beer peoples? Ain't no beef. They all eating. A Germany beer came to fight Budweiser. A Germany beer came to beat up his own German people. Foster, Beck's, Heineken's. I'm a beerologist. I'm telling you, they actually, I'm from that line of work with my father and his father from the beer fields. We get ready to get that situated. So I'm about to go get my, you know what I mean? And we know beer. We know that you can't drink this motherfucker after it sit for a while. You know that's a done deal. We know beer that's like, if it's unclosed and it's hot, you gotta freeze it in order to get it back. You understand? We know that it's fermented real good now. So when you freeze it back up, get it back to percolating, it tastes just like how it be, but extra. So being a beerologist like me and a sageologist, I'm 2 hours. I'm a cardiologist, rapologist, mentalologist, whatever ologist you want to name, that's me. That's the hampology. I got it all. You understand what I'm saying? But in the beerology format, with my father, may he rest in peace, he died in 98. I was locked up in Clinton. They brought me down from Clinton Correctional Facility to go see my father in the coffin. You know what I mean? But we know beers, man. And we found out that this beer it ain't malt liquor. That's the format also that beer drinkers don't fuck with. See, you a beer drinker, you're not a beer drinker. That's called you an alcoholic. Me, my friends, we beer drinkers. We don't fuck with no malt liquor. I don't even think we drunk Old English 800, let alone St. Ives, let alone Valentine L. We knew, me, my people, that shit stayed on your body longer than regular beer. I could drink beer with my friend. We was down 6-packs in high school and shit. Slap a peppermint in your mouth. Teacher won't know shit. You just gotta pee all day. Can I go to the bathroom and pee, please? She's like, yeah. Come back, that's it. But that fucking malt liquor, you can smell it come out your pores. Mr. Seeley told us how to differentiate alcoholics from the breath, smelling like fruity breath, we call it. Not fruity pebbles, fruity breath. You have a fruity breath, that means you are alcoholic. You go through a lot of withdrawals at night if you can't get that situation done. So being a beer drinker, we ain't in that field. That's why I went to Colorado to see Khalil and mine. I went out there to drink those beers. Coors Light, nigga, the silver bullet. That man I was having fun out there. No, I ain't do a video. No, I didn't want to be recorded because my word should be gold. And you heard what Khalil Amani said. Khalil Amani, world, you heard it. He said, you're welcome. When I said thank you for that $3,000 cash app. Peace, Queen. Celeste Goodson is in the place to be. So Misha said, it ain't that far to take. The man bought a ticket. He hooked me up. It was all in the process of the time when we all was doing what we was doing. So this is how I know that he's growing, I'm growing, Reloaded, Reborn growing. We all growing. Now it may be a spark later, who knows? But we got to keep our eyes open. That's why we stay right, stay ready, so we don't got to be ready. So yeah, but in other formatable terms, that's why this thing should be always alerted before you come up on this thing. This is for entertainment purposes only. You understand what I'm saying? I'm here to make people laugh, I'm here to make people think. I'm here to make people calculate better than what they was doing before. Because not only that I'm helping you, I'm helping myself. It's called social media. We socializing, ain't we? Yeah, yeah. So in tune for this, man, the Coney Island Joes, Brownsville own. Yeah, Coney Island Joes, Brooklyn's, Brownsville's own. That's how it should be named next. Was a great place to be, man, if you was there. The memories is somewhat, because I'm in the age that I am. Some of it is glaring in, glaring out. I don't want to be too graphic about it. You might think I'm capping, but this one here is very much legit on what we talked about today. You know what I'm saying? No, oh no, this is just a shirt. Just a shirt this time. It's a long sleeve, what they call these shirts? The polo shirts, you know, what they call these shit. What they call these? What they kind of call these? What kind of shirts they call? They're the polo type, you know, the polo thing, yeah. Before you put the name on, they would just call that, you know, I forgot the name. What they call it? I think that's the name. What they call it, Willie? What they call them shirts they call it? They're not dress-up shirts. The casual polo attire. I'm not sure, but you can't say polo because it ain't polo. It's Azon. So I gotta say something. You know the name. I'm not done in the fashion. I'm out of it. But I got some things that we gonna put together though to keep it original. And this whole thing is reading, writing, and doing arithmetic, man. You know, like I said, if you're a content creator, you're gonna have content problems. I'm not a content creator. I read contents on 7 different continents. I don't have problems. I'm too free. I'm very free here. So if you're looking for those people to give you contents, then you got to deal with them. Over here, we sporadic. You don't know what may come out. The title may just be what it is. But HAMP got those lines of work. We're going to just blow it right out the water. You see, we doing our own thumbnails. We want to say thanks to my man who gave us the first idea on it. And now we figured some things out. It ain't take nothing but a little bit of sit back and reading and writing, looking at the fine print of things. Yeah, that's what HAMP did. However the sun pulled my hair this morning, I don't know, man. Bad hair day today, I don't know. You know, I tried to fix it all up. However the sun pulling it, man, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really that much sunny out here, you know? So my man said, yo, it look like it's making moves. I said, yeah, but I'm gonna get it tightened up, man. You know, gotta get it cleaned up a little bit from one of these beautiful queens. But for right now, we just gonna let it do what it do and keep it clean, how we keeping it with the oils that we're using. And once we get to them, it'll be just right. They'll know exactly what to do. Because it preferably wearing these locks, right? I ain't trying to really get them. I'm trying to keep it fluctuate like a crown. And of course, in the middle, there's no hair there. I guess that's how crowns are worn, right? You just put it on and that's it, right? Everything stands up, right? So yo, man, the HAMP love you, man. This is how we doing. We coming right back out. What time is it? It's almost that time. You know, I gotta find out. Nippy, go tell me what time is it. I don't know what time is it. You know what I'm saying? What time you got? You got 500 people in the building. We're gonna hold it down. So Coney Island Joe's, man, was a special flow time too. Cause see, we gonna get into some different teachings until somebody calls us back out. You know, when they call us out, we come outside. You call us out, we come outside. See, in this case of sense, they should have never gave some of these niggas no computers. Just like they should have never gave some of you niggas a thought pattern of reading and writing. Because you wasn't reading and writing, and we back 100 years on that. We just got a little 30 years worth of reading and writing. 60, almost 40, 50 something years. We ain't even at the mark. And I'm counting my political fighters such as Malcolm. We gonna count all the time of that to now. We still ain't to capacity that we is than when we were back in the days when we lost and got into this transatlantic slave trade situation. So we haven't been reading no more than 100 years. We lost a lot of years. We lost damn near 60-something more years. Okay, we playing catch up here. Okay? So in HAMP format for you to do, you ain't got to rush this thing. But General said he said it. It's time to catch up. All right? You ain't got to go back. If you missed it, it'll come up in the recommendation. But right now, you got to open up your mind. That's what I love about going to certain classrooms when I used to go to school. When they used to drop you in certain classrooms. And all you have to do is just listen. Listen and look at the aim on the board and concentrate on the aim on the board. And it should tell you what the fuck that professor or teacher is trying to explain to you. And the smell of the classroom or the brains cracking with the window crack with that big stick. You'll come up with 65, 75% of the answer. You know the answer, sir? Yeah. Good answer. Why? Because you came from class that knew that. Because I was in special education. They put me in special ed. Not knowing that was the greatest thing that ever happened to me. Now I knew that it was a gimmick for them to keep us out of those mainstream classes. But I tell you one thing, two things for sure, and two things for certain, three things for certain. I was the best motherfucker in them classrooms. They used to come to me for answers and questions. I used to sell it. Word to mother. My mother's dead for 2 years now, going 3 for this year. I used to come home with money. Where you get this money from? I sold information, man. They need it. What kind of information? The homework. Niggas ain't doing their homework. Because in certain homerooms, I wasn't in there playing. I was in the studio. I told you I was in the Jimmy Henchman program in the studio. That's why he signed us. Because we were still in school. He loved that our minds was fresh and dealing with school and rhymes. There wasn't nothing better to keep them kids in school. So when we used to go to the studio with some homeworks, I used to forget. But I knew homeroom was 30 minutes before class. I knew going to school early to eat breakfast. That was about 45 minutes. So I'm eating breakfast, doing my homework, getting my thoughts together. So when I got to classroom, it wasn't no motherfucking head. I was full. I ate everybody. Yo, you want that? Let me get that. Excuse me, you eating that? You eating that? You ain't eating that? Let me get that. Let me get that. I asked my mother. Never was starving in school. I came to school with Tupperwares, kid. The teacher, that's why they gave me the survival award when I left high school. After my friend June James died, who I told you that helped me write my rhymes. That I told you I should steal his rhymes, who taught me how to write rhymes, June James. And my crew, Bionic Idiots, formed me into a rapper. And after me putting my work in, I built myself. But it was June James, my teacher, may he rest in peace. And it was the Bionic Idiots. Peace upon them, wherever they are. So, now, yeah, I came to my class, I had the best attendance. When I was out of class, when I didn't go to school, they was marking me in. I got Mr. Bennett. He's right over here on Nostrand Avenue. I can go right now. He's an old man right now. Yo, Mr. Bennett, this is me, such and such. He know me. You know why? Because he knows kids who like to be in school at that time when school was school. This school here, I don't know what they're doing. At the time, we knew it was institutions, blah, 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 but we had black, strong teachers that took us out of those psychological chains and made us stay strong. But the only thing I got mad about is that career day was not as fluent as all the other multicultural schools. And the multicultural schools had about out of 700 students. The color of my skin only made up like 100. So it's 100 black and 600 multicultural different individuals. Now, Boys and Girls High School, 1700 Fulton Street, Brooklyn, New York, was the greatest thing that ever happened to me in my life. Bed-Stuy, do or die, nigga. You don't know. That's where I came from. Lived in Brownsville, going to Bed-Stuy. I didn't go to no fucking East New York school. I went to Boys and Girls, man. High school. Yeah. And before it was Boys and Girls, it was Boys High, because Boys and Girls came in 1972. You know what I mean? So, HAMP out like oxygen, man. We out like oxygen.